Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Grizzly Bear Sim's YouTube channel, and welcome back to episode number 33 here on Lone Oak Farm. And we are harvesting corn for the very first time, and we're doing it, or at least trying to do it, in tandem with two combines. Combine is the word that I'm looking for, and we're getting her done. There is something a little odd. They seem to be doing that reversing maneuver, even though I don't have it set to do the stop when I'm loading. And that could just be by default that when they fill up, they tend to go into that reversing maneuver. But in any event, trying to keep them empty is going to be a little bit of a challenge, I think, especially with corn, because we've got such a higher yield on corn than we did, say, for example, on soybeans, where it was a little easier to manage this process because the combines would go a lot longer before needing to be refilled. And that is just the way it's going to be. I need to slow my cruise control down here, because I'm going to need to probably use cruise control a little bit here this morning to keep these guys on the straight and narrow, keep myself on the straight and narrow. So I think that's going to be good. We're going to swing around and grab this cloth here and empty him just a little bit. Hopefully the spacing between the two are going to be okay. I vaguely remember back in Farm Sim 17 we had the functionality to be able to do this, to be able to run multiple tools on the same field, and that there was a setting where you could basically set to keep them a certain distance apart from each other. And I didn't see that. I didn't see that setting available. So we will just have to see. I think what I want to do is I want to come on up here and empty the John Deere, because again, the John Deere is in the lead, and I want to keep him in the lead. I don't want him to fill up and stop, because again, I don't think that the cloths will stop. And there we go. So we are full. So we're going to ease around and go fill up the semi. This field is a little bit on the odd shaped, and I've got the semi parked over on the other side of the field here, in hopes that will be okay going forward. It kind of comes around this direction as we weeble and wobble our way around because of this tractor. But we kind of need this beast of a tractor to move this grain cart up and down these hills. And it looks like we're going to have a nice harvest out of corn. There's going to be lots and lots of corn to pull off this field. Just hope that our prices for corn are good, because obviously we'll have a lot of it and be able to make hopefully lots of money. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Let's ease on up here and fill this guy up. Like I said, hopefully our tractors, our combines will cooperate with each other. We may need to adjust the spacing, which would simply just be stopping the cloths and letting the John Deere get out there a few paces ahead of the other one, just to keep them from running into each other constantly. We'll see how the up and downs go whenever we get done with the headlands. We are doing 2 headlands around, so that should be 4 rows coming off the edge of the field, or around the edge of the field. And we'll go ahead and empty this guy here, and he'll go ahead and haul off. We are running a full crew this morning here on the farm. We are running in 5x speed as well. May slow things down at some point in time, and hopefully they're not tangled up with each other. They look awfully close. We will just have to see what's going on there in just a moment. Horseplay is what it is, and we love to use it, but we also know that it has its challenges, and that's just the way that it is. course, I hope he does not tip his load out here as he comes around. We don't have nice roads like we had on the like we had over on the other side, on the other field. That's okay. I'm going to come back around and get you here in just a moment. And I'll tell you what, the Kloss could certainly fill up if it was okay with me, just to slow him down just a little bit. I've got their cruise control settings set the same, but they're playing dueling combines here this morning. And we'll just get up here and just start emptying the John Deere. Corn may be the crop that we have to consider pulling in an extra semi, an extra trailer, set of trailers, just simply because of the fact that we seem to have these dueling. So let's let him go. Let's tab over to the Kloss, if I can get over there, and let's just basically slow the Kloss down just a little bit. First of all, by simply stopping him for now, and then we're going to check on his speed and see where he's set. Field speed. Let's slow him down to about 5 for right now, and we'll let the John Deere determine what he's going to do. We've got Billy Bob driving the John Deere. We've got Jack driving the Kloss, because again, we kind of want to make sure that we keep our guys running the equipment that we're leasing. He's going to empty the corn on his course plate course. Let's go on up here and we'll start emptying the Kloss. And then we've got our hired worker, hired hand, the other farmer guy from the other farms running the semi-tipper. And sort of by default, I had to throttle the Kloss tractor, the Kloss combine down, because it had a higher, that header has a higher speed rating than default. And so I noticed this when I was harvesting soybeans, that thing was just zipping up and down the field. And I sort of knew that, well, that could present a problem at some particular point in time. And so I did go ahead and crank that speed down. But where these guys are going, I don't know. Hopefully they're just going up here to resume harvesting this other edge of the field. He's tearing into the field. We'll have to probably come up and clean this bit here up ourselves, which is not a problem. I'm happy to do that. Happy to get the corn off the field. Lots of yield on the corn. This is going to be a quite a few busy days, I have a feeling, on corn. So we're going to go ahead and just ease on up here ahead of him and catch up with the deer. Of course, the deer's only got about 17%, but I want to keep him busy. Here comes our hired guy hauling. Boy, he is moving, isn't he? We have to have a chat with him just to make sure that he knows that if he wraps that thing around a tree or puts it in the water, he is going to be paying for that for quite a long time. Now, the thing that we have to be somewhat aware of, concerned with, is the fact that we only have 500,000 liter capacity for our corn this season. And, well, with that in mind, we're pulling corn off here pretty quick. We've already moved 70,000 liters. I think that was 70,000, 60,000 liters in that first semi. We moved that and hadn't even made it around the field one time. We already sent him off. So I may have to get on the phone this afternoon and get with our buyer and basically find out if he can start taking some corn from us pretty quick. And just what that all means, I don't know. The corn is looking pretty good. It won't take a whole lot of drying time based on what I'm seeing with the current state of this corn. So it's quite possible that this may slow us down just a little bit, simply because we want to run it through our dryer so that we can get maximum profit from it. I mean, we could haul it down there right off the field, but he's going to pay us. It's basically going to ding us for sending down non-optimum corn to it. And do we want to do that? Would we rather run it through our dryer and get the maximum value for it? I think so, but we have to just be aware of the fact that we only have so much space to be able to store corn until we have to start moving it, or we have to leave it on the field. And guess what? I don't want to leave it on the field if I absolutely can avoid it, because you never know what the weather is going to do. And of course, I can check the weather forecast and have a peek there, but Mother Nature is, she can throw something at you that you may not know is necessarily coming, and we just have to be aware of that. If we can keep up with one semi, he's going to stay busy. That's for sure. He's, he said something to me the other day after he worked with us on soybeans. He's like, first phase of soybeans. He says, well, I wasn't that busy. He says, I could have been doing some other things, but I needed to stay with the truck, which is what I exactly told him to do. But he's not going to have that luxury now. So if he bought himself a book to read, he's not going to have a whole lot of time to read that book, for sure. Because he's going to be driving back and forth. As a matter of fact, we are almost full here. And I think the combined capacity of that semi-tipper is 60,000. So we're coming up on that limit right now. And I think the total capacity in our auger wagon is on close to 70. So as long as we're pulling in 60 and giving him 60, he'll haul a full load, which is what we want to do. There's no need in having him haul a partial load around. I don't mind having a little bit extra in the grain cart, just knowing he's going to be running a full load back. So we're going to go ahead and unload and send him around. He's probably thinking to himself, well, it's not going to be laid back and relaxed like it was before. Get that as a screenshot, because that's showing all of our action there. There's the first 30 as I run into the trailer there. That should wake him up though. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. If I already said that, my apologies. Hope you all are having fun on your own virtual farms. What are you guys doing? What maps are you playing? What stage are you in? If you play with seasons, what stage of your map are you in? Are you in spring? Are you planting? Are you in the summer? kind of focusing on grass and hay and stuff like that, and maybe some other planting. You in fall, where you're busy harvesting as well. What are you doing? Where are you? Where are you with your endeavors? How are things going? Have you taken a chance to look at my Farm Sim 17 series? I'm about 5 episodes or so in the can. Have not Those episodes have not all aired yet. We are setting ourselves up with a nice schedule where we can be able to put out 4 videos per week. That's what I'm shooting to try to manage through, about 4 videos per week. So you'll get 2 episodes on Lone Oak Farm, and you'll get 2 episodes on the Western Shore. And so hopefully that will keep everybody fully entertained, because that is my ultimate goal. And I'm having fun on both maps. I tell you, I mean, this is still, even though I have my disagreements and my disliking of various things as far as Farm Sim 19 goes, I am enjoying playing on Lone Oak Farm for Farm Sim 19. But it has been a hoot to go back and play Farm Sim 17 on the Western Shore. It has been very interesting to go back in time, back to, well, maybe not back to the future, but back in time, and enjoy Farm Sim 17. And I think that there's a lot of folks that are actually enjoying watching that. You know, I think that maybe initially, after a new version of Farming Simulator comes out, maybe folks don't have much interest in seeing that from the standpoint of they'd rather see the new stuff, especially if they're sort of on the fence as to whether or not they're going to buy the new version of the game. But as it sort of stands now, I've had a lot of comments, very positive, in the sense that folks are enjoying the fact that I am playing Farm Sim 17. I am playing a map that, you know, is not available to them, and they're okay with that. I've not had anyone complain about the fact that I'm playing a map that's not available for them to play. I think they're enjoying the fact that BulletBill has kind of gone into retirement, so to speak, and he's no longer modding maps. As a result of that, we may not see things like Cobra Park Farm and these other types of maps that we have come to know and love from him. It depends on what Farming Simulator 21, I suppose, is like, but I'm not going to hold my breath that it's going to tick all the boxes enough to sort of bring him back, because the primary reason why he stopped modding for Farm Sim, the reason why he hasn't modded for Farm Sim 19 is simply because of the way that Giants have changed everything in such a way. But, you know, we still have him doing things in 17, and of course I am fully enjoying the play there on the Western Shore, and I hope that you're enjoying watching. So we've got this end of the field looking pretty good. As I said, we may have to, if they don't think about coming up here and cleaning this up, we'll get this cleaned up and get this all set up. And we've got, you know, we're fully in the loop on working hard and basically burning the candle at every end that we possibly can until these jobs are done, until the harvest is in. Of course, that includes the other soybean fields that we planted before. Right now, the lunch duties and all that kind of stuff is all being handled by my wife. She's bringing in food, and we're going to kind of eat on the run for now. And again, you know, just got to kind of keep an eye on the capacities and such, and just see how that goes. Need to be aware of that. But, you know, as far as it goes right now, we're going to just keep pulling things off the field as we can. You know, try to keep from running into that corn header there on that rented. Jack may have to fix that just a little bit there, but that should buff right out. All right, so he is empty, and I think we'll just run on up there and catch up with the John Deere and see if we can bring this up to 60,000 liters, and then keep our guy busy. Okay, well, Billy Bob is not harvesting yet. Turn that thing on, Billy Bob. I think he's headed up to take a look at where he wants to start his up and downs. He's only at 9%. I'll agitate him. He doesn't like moving the pipe over unless he's almost full. And so I come up here and make him empty those 1,200 and some odd liters into my auger wagon. As you all have known, because you've been paying attention, obviously, we've got 3 fields of corn. So the field in front of us is a different field. It's not the same. It's I don't know what field number that is, because I can find out real quick enough. It's field 42. That is corn, and then also we've got the field over there on the other side of the tractor trailer over there. That field is also corn. And so we're going to do a lot of this off camera, just because this has been kind of a bit of a slow process. But as and when we have, what are you doing? What are you doing, Billy Bob? Okay, he's obviously started his up and down from down here, but this may present a slight problem. For when he's moving in there. Is he going to move out of the way? Is he going to move out of the way of the cross, or am I going to have to go up here and get Jack to yield? I think they're going to yield to each other. I think it's going to be like 2 ships passing in the night. Hopefully. One can only hope with these guys. Of course, I hope that they don't get tangled up at some other point on the field, because well, yeah, they did that all right. That did all right. But as I was saying, we're going to harvest. We're at least going to clean this field up off camera as soon as we run out of minutes here on my timer. We'll finish this up off camera. We may do some of the other off camera. Again, we're going to have to be careful. Let's just take a look and see what we have in the silo as far as corn goes. So we're almost halfway there. We're almost halfway there, and that's just one field. I would say that we've got at least another, including this load that I have now, which I will take over there when we hit 60,000. I say we've got at least one more, if not 2 more loads on this field itself. And so that's going to put us very, very close to that 500,000. So the grain dryer is running now. We're moving that grain through, and we're hopefully going to be able to start carrying some corn to the sell point tomorrow, or the next video, however that works out. So anyway, we're at about 23 minutes, and because it's kind of slow going and everything, I think I'm going to start wrapping things up, and wish you all a very, very good day. Get you some of your time back. Thank you so much for watching these videos. I do appreciate it. I enjoy playing Farm Sims 17 and 19 for your entertainment as well as my own. And yeah, so please take good care of yourself. Also take good care of each other. Come back here for another episode of either Lone Oak Farm or my new the Western Shore map by BulletBill. Fantastic maps. Of course, this map here is BulletBill's map, and it was converted to Farm Sim 19 by OxygenDavid. So much appreciative to both of those individuals for making these wonderful and beautiful maps. And I know many of you enjoy watching and playing these maps as well. So enjoy that time if you're playing Lone Oak Farm on your own. And we'll leave that here. Again, take good care of yourself. God bless you all. Talk to you all very soon. Bye-bye for now.